Butch was very positive in his working with people, and he kept things running smoothly, especially at the start of the school year and winding the school year down. He had everybody's needs taken care of. One of my favorite memories of Butch is that he usually had a nickname for everybody in the school district. He never really remembered their first name, but he always remembered.
I don't know how she does it, but even as those machines break down or don't do exactly what all of us want them to do, she is kind and generous, again, and patient.
Jo is just always so happy and pleasant. If I'm having a bad day, I'll go over there and she'll make me laugh.
Jo and I have worked for a long time. We've shared a lot, and it's just going to be hard to see her leave.
It has more details. It says my memory book. Yep. Anything else?
I admire her for her efforts during the day. You know, with these kids, sometimes it's not easy. She does a good job.
She's the best teacher I ever had.
We're carnies at the Anderson School Carnival, and we always wear all the feathery boa things and the hats and everything so we can sell more items that way, and it's a good selling point.
She does a teacher dance when she's really happy.
One of my favorite things about him is he lets us have fun, but he's still a great teacher. He still gets to the point, but he has fun about it.
And he always relates what he's teaching to real life experiences, and he always has really good class activities that keep us engaged and aren't really boring.
He has a very tight relationship with his athletes. He'll follow them through college and beyond. He keeps very close contact. He knows what the word relationship means in teaching and coaching.
First, I've always loved going into her classroom because she decorates it beautifully and it makes me want to be there. And I guess I just really like being able to talk to Shelley because I feel like I can say anything to her. And I often have.
Something that I would tell people about Shelley is that she is one of the most caring and compassionate people that I've ever met. And that's probably one of the things that students could sense about her, and that's why they loved her.
The kids knew that she loved literature and she loved to share it and talk about it and connect to it. So that's what it's all about here in the English department.
She's a storyteller, a planner. She's sneaky, and she has a really good sense of humor.
All the stories she says about her granddaughter Kirka, they're really funny and they're nice, and it's fun to hear about her.
It's really fun. She tells a lot of stories. She always makes the lessons exciting.
She barely ever yells. That's like the most rare thing.
Well, they all would tell me I had to have Mrs. Erickson. Everybody has to have Mrs. Erickson for 5th grade. I'm like, who is this Mrs. Erickson? Well, over the years, I've grown to love Mrs. Erickson, Jan Erickson, and we have become very, very good friends, and I can see why people love her.
Nola is a rock star with Post-it notes. We'd go up into her office, and depending on what hour it was, different members of the special ed staff would be up there, and we'd be trying to piece the schedule together. Again, special ed is so different than everything else, and every year it changes. So Nola and her flexibility and her leadership in putting together those schedules is one of my favorite memories.
She was always truly the heart of our program. Everyone that came in to see her or talk to her on the phone, parents, coworkers, everyone said that Bonnie always treated them like they were the most important person that she had to deal with at that time, no matter how much she had to do. So her customer service was second to none.
She was also always known as the nice one.
Yes.
6, 12, 18, 24.
Usually first thing in the morning when I get to work,
We sit and chat just for a few seconds, and it's always one of the best parts of my day.
Humorous, hardworking, dedicated, theatrical. She likes to dress up in her classroom.
She's really funny, and she has a lot of great experiences to share with you. Never yells at us. She's always kind, and she helps us a ton.
She goes to every graduation open house for all her former students, which shows how much of an impact she makes on people's lives.
So sometimes I feel like she's the yin to my yang. Where I think of maybe the big ideas, she always is the nuts and bolts person.
She is really good at making us want to engage in the activity. She really likes to make us work hard, but in a very fun way. So
she said, "Whoa, I think I gave my students a lot to do this year." And I thought that's totally true, that she really was challenging those students that year.
a day without math is like a day without sunshine.
There's a volunteer form too.
She's been a fabulous principal to work with and really made me feel welcome. She's worked with me a lot to help make sure I had everything I need and made me feel comfortable. And I'm just sad to see her go after just 1 year.
I can't think of anyone who's more considerate or kind towards staff and as well as the children, and really cares about her job.
She really truly believes that there's something greater that we do than just be in a building to educate. We actually inspire.
Make a note to yourself that you made it gigantic.
Laura and I have worked together as colleagues for a long time, and we always find ways to solve these little kiddos' problems.
She's often said, gosh, if you're a kindergarten teacher and you can't find something to smile and laugh about at the end of the day, you're really not trying very hard.
She teaches us really good stuff like 5th graders. She's nice. Nicer than my gymnastics teacher.
Well, Candy has been just an awesome employee to work with. She's funny, she's energetic, and she's a great first person to meet when you're coming into the school. And she's my gatekeeper to the health office.
She has been like my at-work mom. She's been a friend, she's been a mentor, she's helped me through a lot of hard times, and she's taught me the ropes.
I'll miss her humor, her straightforwardness, and just brutal honesty in helping us make decisions here at Stillwater Junior High.
You don't want to cross your legs, that would be bad posture.
Marla is organized, she's on the ball, she's working well with kids. We've just really had an enjoyable time working with you as a colleague, and I know the kids have enjoyed you also.
When she starts explaining things and we start asking questions, and then it gets led into like really funny conversations, and it's just so fun going. She names her violin. I think one of the names is Francis, and I think that's when he's happy, and Frank when it's not happy. So.
She's taught for such a long time, and I just think it's so refreshing to see someone who has such great experience and to still be willing to continually change and do things in a new way to make it even better for kids.
I think that's the thing that I learned from her, that even after all the years that she taught, she's never stopped wanting to make things better for kids.
The science was hands-on, and I never really had a lot of teachers that really did that.
She is one of the best teachers that I have ever had.
It's been great doing artwork with her, and she's a great teacher.
I have to tell you, she's one of the most caring people I have ever met.
Very hands-on, very type A personality, very detail-oriented, and very diligent about the work she does.
She has great ideas, very creative, and she just brings out the best in teachers and of course her students. So.
At work, Peggy taught people to answer who, what, when, where questions. In retirement, Peggy will love to answer who should I play with? What should I do today? When should I get out of bed? And where should I go on my next vacation?
She was awesome. Intense, a lot of fun, and a hard act to follow.
I think we just had a lot of laughs and lots of fun with the kids, and I'm gonna start crying.
She works with lightning speed. She has more energy than most of our students.
Well, sometimes I see her at the playground helping out at the bus and in the library, and she's very helpful.
She had such a hard time deciding to retire because I think she just loves it here so much. And so that goes to show you what kind of person she is. I'm gonna miss her.
What is it? Billy Umberger spoke. Corned beef. Mrs. Sims.
Angie is the most loyal teammate, great teacher, and we have fun every single day.
She really understands what pace each of us is at. She is a good person to get knowledge from.
And she never gets mad at us. She always acts like we're the best students.
She's leaving right now, and really on a high note, she is an absolute wonderful teacher of excellence.
Very nice person, very caring person, cared a whole lot about the staff and really cared about the kids.
You know, she'd work like a devil, but she'd just be so easygoing. It was fun to be around.
And always caring about the staff, about the kids. What are you doing tonight? And just really miss her.
Never a dull moment. Stories to tell. I always told her she should write a book because I loved listening to her stories.
Bye.